Our product is a smart outlet that tracks energy usage and allows for intuitive power scheduling to help minimize electricity bill costs. For our Sprint 2, our progress made was that we have our hardware assembled and more or less finalized, and we have implemented our core software functionality. So that would mean scheduling, right? And problems that we faced during our Sprint 2 is that our assumption we were testing that MVP might not be a valid use case because our way of differentiating from competitors just might not be enough. And we're slowly understanding that a little bit more as we are developing the product. But our successes that we have made are a working minimal product, and we just need to optimize and clean up and improve the UI UX. And here is our come on board, the current progress we made, and then things that are in progress, and then our time for sprint 3. And here is our Figma design. So we designed it a little bit from our wireframe, and we would like your feedback on the intuition of this design.
For meetings and discussions with customers to date, we currently have two interviews. And through those interviews, we have figured out that people usually spend unnecessary amount of money on leaving things on, sometimes forgetting that certain appliances are plugged in, and maybe leaving lights on before they leave the house, which a lot of people do forget. Those seem to be the general inefficient spending on energy usage, and their thoughts on a smart outlet is usually pretty positive. They would like to try the item out and see how they can monitor their energy usage, how they can schedule it, and how they can turn it on and off. And it seemed to be pretty positive for the most part. Um, so certain criticisms and concerns was that one of the people that we interviewed, he already owns a manual timer-based outlet that he has plugged into an outside lamp. And he says that he's usually on top of his things where he would turn things on and off where it needs to be. So he doesn't really see a clear reason why he would buy a smart outlet. But also he did mention that if he can see a clear graph of how much you can typically save by using a smart outlet, he would definitely be interested in buying it. And so overall, I think our meetings showed that our product um, is in demand, and people would like to try it and see how much they can save.
Our demonstration of our MVP's functionality so far, we have our prototype hardware right here. For the purposes of the demonstration, I'll just plug in my phone charger into the top outlet, the smart outlet. And as you can see, if I plug in my phone begins charging. Through our web application, we have the ability to control power usage through the outlet, as well as to give the customer a display of the energy rates throughout the entire day. The energy rates are based off of the user's location. So at the moment, we're in San Diego. So we're using SDG&E as utility rates. And that's reported in the graph in this energy rates tab right here. We have the ability to toggle power to a given output port. So at the moment, the phone is charging. And then if I toggle power to the top port, you can see that the phone stops charging. And if I toggle power again, you can see the phone begins charging again. We also have the ability to automatically schedule or to schedule the power usage hours throughout the entire day. So at the moment it is 11:47. So schedule a power off time from 11:48 to 11:49. And once it hits 11:48, the phone is currently charging. So once it hits 11:48, we'll see the phone stop charging, and 11:49 we'll see the phone begin charging. The moment we have the ability to toggle power, to schedule power usage, and detect energy usage from each port separately, so that customers can have that granularity to control two different devices from the same smart outlet. We're reporting an estimated saved power from each port, can be seen here, that will be used to estimate how much money that the customer is saving by using our outlet. We can see it is now 11:48 and the phone has stopped charging. And once it hits 11:49 in 1 minute, the phone will begin charging again. It is now 11:49, and as you can see, the phone begins charging again automatically.
So at this point in the project and on Sprint 3, we're going to be working on the user interface and overall the user experience. So that means CSS improvements and just getting everything in order, making it easy to use, easy to understand. Of course, that ties into software improvements, optimizing everything to the memory. And we're pretty much done with the bulk of our hardware and software development. So the MVP report is what we're going to be pretty much locking in on for the next few weeks.